Happy St. Patty's Day, world. I was going to make this video maybe over the weekend, and I probably should have because it's already St. Patty's Day. Now it's like 8:15 on St. Patty's Day, so no one's gonna even watch this, but I'm gonna do it anyway because that's what we do, dude. Fashionably late here with my awful beard, but I'm gonna grow it out for a while. I'm gonna try to do the creepy Dimebag Daryl beard. I think I'm gonna go for like here, and we'll just see. I'll probably shave it before then. It's already too long, in my opinion. I don't really like this look, but whatever. We'll just see. Um, St. Patty's Day songs, punk rock version. Lucky Boys Confusion, Killians. Now I'm standing here with 50 of my friends and a keg of Killians. You're at home with your Annie DeFranco tapes again. That's from that song. Um, but it actually samples like a older pop song from this chick Jocelyn Enriquez in the chorus, and that's the "Do You Miss Me" part or whatever. Um, how's it go? The DJ will play our favorite song. It would keep me holding on. It's what keeps me holding on. Sorry, I can't talk. The DJ will play our favorite song. It's what keeps me holding on. Baby, do you miss me now that I'm gone? That's the Jocelyn Enriquez song. But then Lucky Boys Confusion, the rest of the song, they like do their own song. So it's kind of like a rap song in a way. You know how like a lot of old rap songs or even new rap songs, they sample stuff for like the chorus and then they rap the verses and that's like the original part. So Lucky Boys Confusion, they were kind of ahead of the game with how they construct songs or whatever. Um, Another Chicago band on this list here. How about Alkaline Trio? And St. Patty's Day, everybody drinks their green beers. Um, so Alkaline Trio has a song called "Jaked on Green Beers," and it wasn't ever on like an official Alkaline Trio album when I first heard it. Like I think probably how a lot of people originally first heard it. It was on that Atticus "Dragging the Lake" compilation, which if you were in middle school or high school in probably 2001 or 2002, you probably had that compilation. It had a lot of really good bands on it. It had like Finch on there. That's how a lot of people got into Finch and Alkaline Trio. And I think there was like some Boxcar Racer on there and stuff because Tom DeLonge, I think Atticus was like his clothing company or whatever. And there were a lot of other good songs on that Atticus compilation. And even though I think that comp came out in like the middle of the summer, but it had that Newfound Glory Christmas song on there too, whatever that's called. If you remember in the comments, let me know. I might think of it in a second and be like, oh, that was it. Gosh, what is that Newfound Glory song called? Now it's gonna bug me, but it's not St. Patty's Day, so we'll just keep moving on with it here. Um, how about some Dropkick Murphys? You gotta have some Dropkick Murphys on your Irish punk countdown or whatever. Even though personally, I don't really like bagpipes, so like I don't like a lot of Dropkick Murphys songs. Call me crazy. I know people would be like, "What? You don't like the Dropkick Murphys?" And it's not that I don't like them, but it's just there's plenty of other bands that I would be much happier listening to and probably even going to see in concert than Dropkick Murphys. I might have seen them once. I can't remember. Um, a lot of my old concert days is kind of a blur, you know? Just a little bit of a blur. But Dropkick Murphys Kiss Me, I'm Shit Faced is the tune that I'm choosing for them. I mean, you can pretty much pick most of them. Um, but Kiss Me, I'm Shit Faced it's a fun song. He's all like confident and stuff, and then by the end of it, he's like self-loathing, you know, much more Irish than a little bit of self-loathing, um, and maybe a nice gray, softly rainy day which we had here in the Raleigh, North Carolina area for the first half of the day. I was like, this is perfect St. Patty's Day weather, dude. Um, so what do I say next here? How about Flogging Molly? You know, speaking of other bands that like you have to listen to on St. Patty's Day, um, my choice for my Flogging Molly song will be May the Living Be Dead in Our Wake. In our wakes in parentheses. But it might not be like, you know, an official like St. Patty's Day song or whatever, but it's just got a nice like you know, Irish music sound. It's got the penny whistles and the mandolins going on. It's got a nice like nice drum beat. I call it the, you know, the freight train beat. It's kind of just like a shuffle or whatever for part of the song. And then it's got like a more like traditional punk beat going on in there too. But that's another one that lyrically kind of deals with, you know, the traditional Irish self-loathing a little bit. But then, you know, I also kind of think of it, you know, may the living be dead in our wake. It's like talking about just like partying someone under the table, you know, or what do they say, drinking someone under the table. It's kind of like that, man. You know, you go out and party so hard with your friends that you feel like you're dying or whatever, or you wake up in the morning and feel like you're dead. So that's what I take from the title. I don't really know what it means, but you know, it's all about your perception with music anyway, man. Except with my songs. Just ask me about what my songs are about. I'll tell you straight up. Maybe. If you can't figure it out yourself, most of them are pretty obvious. Trusty Chords, Hot Water Music. How about that one, dude? Got Jameson, talking about some Jameson. Uh, and that's just a song that's like, that's just a anthem in the punk scene, dude. That's a song that's just like a zest for life kind of song too, you know. Um, and I had Alkaline Trio on this countdown a minute ago, in case you forgot, you know, in the last 3 minutes. But Alkaline Trio's got that other song called Warbrain, and I think in that song, Matt Skiba gives a shout out to Trusty Chords because he says, "This Trusty Chords will pull me through," and I think that it might be a shout out to Hot Water Music, which is pretty cool. I think Alkaline Trio and Hot Water Music had like a split 12-inch back in the day that I had, but I got rid of all my vinyl like over a decade ago just because I don't have the space for it and it's heavy and yeah, I think I needed some music equipment at the time, so I just like went and like, you know, did the old financial shuffle, as they say. But yeah, Hot Water Music, Trusty Chords. If you've never heard that song, what are you doing, man? It's fantastic. It's fantastic. Um, a guy named Dave Hawes does a decent cover version of that too, and you can find like versions of him playing it with Chuck Ragan. I opened up for Dave Hawes once, and I should have asked him if he wanted to play Trusty Chords with me or something, but I don't think he liked me anyway. He was like really mean to me the whole time. And then they showed up like an hour and a half late for load in and all this stuff and whatever. I mean, I don't load in is it is what it is, you know. I feel like they tell you to get there early or like earlier than you should anyway. And I mean, it's not like they were late to like play the show, but they were late for load in and they were just like rude. And I don't know. It sucks cuz I used to like Dave Hawes' music, but now I can't listen to it. So, he's not on the countdown. Sorry, Dave, but you did get a shout out. Your version of Trusty Chords is good. You got a great voice, brother. Just if only your heart was as good as your voice. All right, so speaking of people with good hearts, despite all of the recent drama in the news, because the conservatives didn't like Laura Jane Grace talking about God's balls or whatever at the Bernie Sanders rally, um, I'm still an Against Me fan, even though I'm not a radical leftist idiot anymore. I once may have been a teenage anarchist, as they say, but not anymore, dude. and haven't been for a while. But I still like Against Me. Always gonna love Laura Jane Grace. One time I was on the guest list for an Against Me show when they played in Wilmington. I also saw Against Me in Wilmington the time when the Teeth got knocked out by the microphone, um, whenever that was. But there's another Against Me song, and the lyrics go, "Don't want to live without teeth, don't want to die without bite." And that was definitely about that night that I was at the show. I was also at Warren Oakes from Against Me. I was at the last show that he played drums, so I got a lot of Against Me stories. A lot of love for that band, dude. Not just Laura either. Like James Bowman is one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. Also, Warren is one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, and Andrew is Andrew is a very interesting character, dude. Love Andrew Seward from Against Me, but I had like the least interaction with him out of like that main core four that was Against Me when they kind of shot to the stratosphere or whatever. It was what Tom, Warren, James, and Andrew. That was like the official lineup, in my opinion, of Against Me. Even though they had like Inge from International Noise Conspiracy, who's good. He was really fun to watch live because he jumped up and down a lot. And then the Bruce Springsteen drummer's son guy, Jay Weinberg. Yeah, he was an amazing drummer to watch live, but I guess they didn't get along, and he would rather play in Slipknot, which I don't know. I'd rather play in Against Me than Slipknot, but that's just me. Uh, Old school Against Me before the transitions. Sorry, that's just my opinion, man. I have a right to have one. Sorry, I still love you, Laura. If you happen to be watching this, which you won't. All right, last Irish St. Patty's punk song that you should listen to on St. Patty's Day. It's just called Irish Drinking Song. It's by a band called Buck-O-Nine, which if you were a skate punk in the 90s and early 2000s, you've definitely heard the name. Um, a lot of people think it's a Dropkick Murphys song, but it's not. And I think I even used to think it was a Dropkick Murphys song. And then I was like trying to find it, and I was like, wait, it's what? Oh, wow, Buck-O-Nine did this. Okay. Because I think when I first heard it, it was back in like the Kazaa LimeWire days, like you couldn't get accurate information about what you were downloading back then. It was literally the Wild West. Um, and Lars and Metallica, they were right about everything. Sorry, Lars. Sorry, Lars. Um, I'll roadie for Metallica for free for a show if it helps make it up to you. For the record, I don't think I ever downloaded any Metallica songs back in those days. So it was like Sugar Cult was my band back then in what 2002 and stuff. I was into like Sugar Cult and all that like pop punk stuff. Sugar Cult and the Starting Line and whatever else was out then. You can look it up. So cool. I'll get out of y'all's hair before this video gets too long. Go listen to some music and let me know what your favorite St. Patty's Day punk songs are in the comments. I'm sure I missed some. We kind of just did this off the top of the dome piece here today. So I'll talk to y'all later. And we're drinking Irish tonight. Cheers.